Okay. And Yashika, are you comfortable with all the courses being provided into legal drafting?
Hello.
Yeah. What is the review of advanced legal drafting?
It's going good.
Okay. And Mudit sir is teaching well, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Ashwant, which course are you enrolled in?
Ma'am, same course, ma'am. Fifth
Okay.
module, contract drafting.
May I know your college's name? Yashika, which college are you in?
Amity, Chhattisgarh.
Okay. And Raman, which college?
I'm MET Noida.
Okay, great. And Shreyash?
Uh, Ma'am, I'm currently pursuing my LLB in Yashwant Law College, affiliated to Nagpur University.
And Ashwant?
Tech University School of Law, ma'am.
Okay, I hope you all are enjoying the course. I just have a small request. Our next course is on contract drafting, and we into legal world aim to facilitate education. So we want you personally to share these, contract drafting courses in your unofficial groups. Can you please do it for us? Like you can share the course brochure in your groups. That's all we wanted from your side. If you can float it in your college group, and your college students may also grow with our next course, because our next course is highly, it is being curated by professionals, and also we have faculties from AZB, and we have faculties from CAM. So could you please do it for us if you can float that course in your unofficial groups?
Sure, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you so much. It would be a great help for us. And if you want me to send you the course, just DM me with your name, hi, and I will share you the details of the course, and you can float it in the groups. If you have any other query, our team is there, and all your queries can be resolved, because it's more over a one-to-one session, right? So kindly tell me your queries, and we can handle it for next 2 minutes. We are waiting for others to join. Until that, we can have your queries. Raman, Shreyas, do you have any queries?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I think it's a perfect time to begin, and you all have joined, right? Sir, can we begin?
Oh, sure. Let's begin.
Okay. Very good evening to every one of you. I'm Charu, and we have our team here. Mr. Amaresh, sir, he's the founder of ILW. Then we have Shweta, who is handling all the tech thing, and she is a legal associate at ILW. We have Shallini, who is also a legal associate at ILW. So welcome to the team. So today we are driving into one of the most important skills for a legal career, and that is building a strong, effective, and a professional CV, right? Whether you're applying for internships, you're applying for research position, you're applying for clerkship, or it is your first job, your CV is your first impression. I mean, note this point. I'm also a first generation lawyer. CV is always your first impression, and trust me, in the legal field, first impression matters more than anything. So today I will walk you through step by step how to structure, how to format, and how to present your CV so that it may stand out, not just by being fancy, but by being clear, concise, and strategic. So I think by the end of this session, you will learn, first of all, what recruiters actually took for in law student CV. Then you will learn about what to include and what to strictly avoid in CV. You will also learn about how to write bullet points that sounds extremely professional. Then also I will teach you how to present internships in your CV, how to present publications in your CV, how to present moods, how to present certification, how to present your skills, etc. Then how to, even format your CV so that it may look clean. Because I have gone through some of your CV. They have the exact pointers, but the CV is not specifically clean and recruiter friendly. Because, even into legal world when hire employees, so we see that which CV is most clean. We will not go through all the CVs. It will take a lot of time. So we just specifically see the pointer that we required. So, the first and foremost skill you must have, what you people do and what even I was doing when I was in my law school, हम एक ही फर्म में एक ही सीवी भेज देते हैं. लाइक मैंने एक सीवी बना लिया, अब मैं वही सीवी जब भी मुझे कहीं पे जाना होता है, आई फॉरवर्ड द सेम सीवी. इफ आई एम अप्लाइंग फॉर इंटर्नशिप, आई फॉरवर्ड द सेम सीवी. If I apply for job, I forward the same CV. Do you all do the same? Please, I want this to be two-way communication.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
all do this, right? You all have one basic CV and you forward it everywhere, right?
Yes.
This is not something must be done. Because if you are forwarding a CV specifically to one organization, you must take your 20 to 30 minutes. It take nothing more than 20 to 30 minutes to reframe your CV. For example, आप अभी CV भेज रहे हैं लीगल लैंड्स के लिए. इससे पहले आपने CV किसी लिटिगेशन फर्म के लिए भेजा होगा. Now you must understand that the demand of corporate firm is totally different than a demand of litigation firm. Am I right? And even if you go in depth in corporate firm, there are multiple dimensions. Like you're applying for merger and acquisition firm, you're applying for IPR firm, you're applying for contract drafting, whatever you're applying for. So first of all, the basic step which you have to take on before structuring your CV is that you have to go through the firm which you're applying for. Like right now, let us take the example of legal lands. Now you all are aiming for legal lands. That's why I try to take a meeting of you all. So सबसे पहले you will go to legal lands. उसका profile पढ़ोगे. Can anyone among you students, I want you to take initiative. Can you share the screen and share me the profile of legal lands? Law firm. Raman, please do it for me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Go through legal lines and share your screen and show me the exact what legal lines deals in. Or you can read it for me. Very good. Share me the screen where legal lens, search it legal lens and about legal lens. I think you already had a lot of research on legal lens. Let me tell you, it's a boutique law firm. Go on about us, or you can go on, first of all, core practice service. Two things that is we have to go through. Yeah, you can go through corporate core practice service. So like we have the core practice service as business setup and management service. Then we have contract and corporate service. And then we have joint venture, international taxation, international trade, international dispute resolution. इससे आपको दो चीज तो क्लियर हो ही गई होंगी इसको पढ़ के कि दिस फर्म बेसिकली डील विथ इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन. ये क्लियर हुआ है सबको इसको देख के? इट इज मोर ओवर इंटरनेशनल थिंग. समझ में आया है ये? या एंड इट इज मोर ओवर अ बिजनेस सेटअप थिंग. तो जब आप अपना सीवी को बिल्ड करोगे तो व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन योर इंटर्नशिप्स. टॉप इंटर्नशिप्स वही वाली मेंशन करोगे जो कॉर्पोरेट होंगी, जहां पे आपने किसी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट या कॉर्पोरेट सर्विसेज से डील किया होगा या आपने इंटरनेशनल डिस्प्यूट रिजोल्यूशन से डील किया होगा, जहां आपने कोई एग्रीमेंट्स बनाए होंगे लाइक फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट्स और सिमिलर टाइप्स ऑफ एग्रीमेंट्स. So specifically, when we go through first pointer is that you have to always make a firm-oriented CV. You have to take your 5 minutes and go through the profile on which firm you're applying. If you're applying for legal lands, you have to go through legal lands. You have to see whether it is worth applying your interest or not. Okay, and you will see, अगर आप look, first of all we are in law school, हमको हर जगह internships करना चाहिए, जो भी opportunity है you should take it. You should take it on a first instance. In the first 4 years of law college, my experience say that any opportunity that crosses your way should be yours, anyway yours. So any opportunity that comes your way, apply and build your CV according to that opportunity. And in 5th year, you can separate your interest. 4 year explore karo. 5th year mein you will realize whether your interest is international taxation, your interest is intellectual property rights, then you focus on that specific firm. So abhi we are all on the same page. We are applying for legal lands. So first of all, this point is clear. We have to go through the firm's profile and then we have to step next. So moving towards next, tell me first of all, your CV should always answer one question. So according to you all, what should be that one question? I want it to be two-way. Ashwant, what should your CV answer?
Am I correct for the job? Suitable.
Very good, impressive. Biva, what do you think? What should your CV answer?
Why do I need this job?
Okay, that can be specifically mentioned even in a cover letter, right? Raman and Yashika, other students, what do you think? What should your CV, what is the one question that your CV should answer? If I will be hiring, I will see only one answer. Why are you worth shortlisting? Why should I, shortlist you? Everything is secondary. I will see one question. Why should I shortlist you? How you are beneficial to my organization? I will just see this in your CV and nothing more than that. My HR will not waste his 20-30 minutes on one CV. He will just go on through your CV in a reflection, क्योंकि वो लोग already बहुत ज़्यादा experience होते हैं. They will just go through one site and they will get the answer instantly. For that, formatting is very important. Internships, आप 10 internships डाल रहे हैं, that is useless. You have to just put your 5 top internships. जो देखो आपने 10 internships किया है, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है. बट जब आप अलग अलग फर्म्स के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो आप हर एक फर्म के हिसाब से वो 5 internships डालिए जो उस फर्म की नीड को सूट कर रहा है. Am I right? Now let's move forward to the CV structure, and that will be explained by my next team member, Shweta. I request Shalini to share the screen of a sample CV, and Shweta will take you forward to the structure of the CV. And if you have any doubt further, I will be there to answer.
Thank you so much, Charu, for giving like a very, very detailed structure, like detailed scenario on how CV is done and why the purpose of how CV is done, right? Now, welcome guys. My name is Shweta. And before we start on the structure of CV, I'd like to give you a small story, right? A very personalized one. That is one of my friend. She is a graduate and she had there was like a major career fest and she had like 50 CVs printed. She was like, I want to give to everyone out there. And she handed out this every copy of the every copy to all these career fest people. But none of the companies called back her. That is like major drawback. And she was very confused. Like she went to her mentor and she's like, why was no one calling me back? And the mentor, what did he stated was, if a CV is actually read under 6 seconds, a recruiter will not even take like 1 or 2 minutes to read the entire CV. But the major shocking fact is that a person who's hiring you will take only 6 seconds or under 6 seconds to read your CV. And she was like, no, my CV is not actually bad. Like, what is wrong with my CV? And the mentor was like, your CV is not bad, but it was forgettable. So she wrote like lengthy paragraphs, not in pointers, very bad formatting, and she did not get any interview calls on it. So here we can understand that how well a CV should be, because a CV is one where actually gives you the face value to the person, right? Now, moving on to the structure of the CV, as you can already see the structure here. Firstly, we have the name of the student. So, your name should be there first, which introduces you properly, followed by email and contact number. And I've hired few people for Interlegal World as interns, and I've seen few CVs out there. And in the email, I've seen, like, very informal emails written there. For example, let's say my name is Shweta, right? So it'll be like Shweta Pink 123 at gmail.com. No, this is not how an email should be. An email should be very professional, especially when you're putting it on a CV. It should be very professional. You may have your informal emails, but however, if you want to write something on your CV, it should be very, very formal. For example, my name is Shweta Sabuji. So my email will be my first name, last name at gmail.com. So for example, Shweta Sabuji at gmail.com. That is the correct email. No more numbers, no need to put any other letters, or no need to put any other extra kind of. Yes, I think Shreyas Deshmukh has it out, I feel.
Ma'am, during registering in Gmail, we have tried it that our email should be of first name and last name, but someone else has taken it. So we have to add 1 or 2 digits to get it
Mhm.
to, sanctioned. So
Yes,
this kind
in
of
that
email are
case,
acceptable,
yeah.
or
In that case, yes, but don't add too many characters. For example, as I mentioned before, like, Shweta love pink at gmail.com. No, that is very, very informal. On the other hand, if someone has taken my first name and last name, maybe add in like 1 or 2 digits or numbers to like make my email unique. Okay, that is fine. However, like, don't make it like very informal, as I said before. Does that clear it out?
yes,
It
ma'am.
so basically it can include your contact number. Like Charu Nayak, my email is charunayak.25@gmail.com. So I think this look formal. You can have 1 2 digit, but not exactly what is called informal, like having your name with any cartoon character or having something funny. That is unacceptable. But you can have 1 or 2 digit. That's totally fine. Over to
Exactly.
you, Shweta.
Thank you so much. So yeah, exactly. So the main thing is that it should look formal. So once it looks formal, sure, why not? Go ahead. And next is contact number. Now, why we are having email and contact number is that if they like us, if they like our entire CV, how do they contact us? That is the main thing, right? Now, for example, I wrote my entire CV, my education, my area of interest, work experience, everything I wrote, and towards the end, I don't give any contact number, and they don't know how to contact me. That's too bad, right? So that's why we provide an email and contact number. So if they're interested, why not come to us, contact us, give us a job. And yeah, and next followed by address. Give a small address, give a small line address. Don't give your entire line of address. A very small simple line of address will do. So this is all about yourself. I've seen people writing extra information as well. For example, I've seen certain CVs with their passport number, etc. And since here, Aadhaar number, passport number, you don't have to do all these. This information is very unnecessary. All these three information is enough to give it to to give it to your recruiter. And if the recruiter is interested, sure, why not? And also LinkedIn is also very important, because also, guys, like, LinkedIn is a platform where, if someone is interested, they will literally look onto your LinkedIn, they will scroll through your LinkedIn. Again, people won't take entire 1 hour or half an hour to scroll through your LinkedIn. They will take minimum like 10 seconds, or let's say 20 seconds to scroll through your LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn must be very well, framed, very well drafted. If there is any achievement that you've received, put it out there, let everyone see. If you want an emote code, do it. Not even one an emote code, if you participated for anything, participation is itself shows that you are very compassionate for something, right? So it shows that, put it out on the LinkedIn, give a good caption, put out the pictures. If you have any internships done, put it out on the experience part. So yeah, this LinkedIn is also very important. So below address, maybe you can put your LinkedIn link as well. Now, these are the main four to five main important points that you have to put in your, the first part. Now, moving on to education. Here again, I've seen many CVs where people have written in paragraphs. It's very difficult for anyone to read in paragraphs, right? Because CV is not even like one single point is written in paragraph. Everything is in pointers. That's very important. And this format, which is being shared, that is the best format which has to be followed. For example, the year 2021, 2026. That's the year which when you started and your completion. And mention the university name, comma, the place. Good. The next line shows that what the course and the rank, the GPA rank which you have received, or sometimes if you are still going through it, you can mention ongoing. That is also fine, right? And honor subjects, the subjects which you have done, maybe in the most important subjects, which actually, as mentioned by Charu, like if you're going for legal lands and you see, okay, this is important sessions or important skill that they're looking for, why not mention it out there? Right, so this is the catchy points where we take the attention of the people. And next one is your school. You can mention your from what year to what year you did your schooling, from which school you did, comma, your place of the school, comma, which is ICSE or CBSE. Mention that. Followed by, if you want to mention 12th and 10th standard percentage, go ahead. But if you don't want, if you're not comfortable enough to mention, I've seen people who are not comfortable enough because sometimes 12th standard they got like 90, and on 10th standard they got like a 70. So if you're not comfortable, you can remove the 10th one and put the 12th if you want, right? So that is what some people have done to get the catchiness, so it looks like, okay, this person is actually good, so that is about education. So this is the format where you have to follow. And people who have written paragraphs and paragraph, I know you're very passionate, but then to get, as I mentioned, it only takes a person takes only 6 seconds to read your CV. And with the skill, get the attention of the person within that 6 seconds. No one will read your entire CV in take half an hour. No one will do that. So we have to make sure to get the attention of the person, as soon as possible within that 6 seconds. Now, when we write all this information as pointers, that is where and also when we bolding is very important. As you can see, the year, the college, comma, the location is in bold, so that is caught in eyes. So that is also an important thing, like bold, italics, like all these you have to use so that it catches the eye of the person who's reading. Now, area of interest. Now this part has to be changed according to the firm you are working for. For legal lands, I think Raman has shared the screen on how, or the topics which they are looking on to. And for example, if you're going for litigation, move on to the topics which they are interested, so that it looks like, yeah, this person is good candidate for our company. So the area of interest has to be changed accordingly. So this is the place where you can keep blank. I think Yashika Agrawal has it out.
Ma'am, is it important to mention area of interest? Because, like in first or second year, a student is still exploring uh, what in which area of law he is interested in or she is interested in. So, suppose my CV includes high court or district court internships, but I want to explore corporate. So, like, it would go contrary to my work experience if I mention area of interest.
Area of interest specifically, Charu, you want to add? Did you raised your hand?
No, you continue, then I'll add it.
Okay, so area of interest basically means like the area which interests you the most. It does not mean that okay you have a huge amount of experience in that field, but however, if you are interested, you can put that out there. It's totally fine, So it shows that yes, you are passionate about this particular topic, and you will put more energy into this topic. Sorry, you want to add something?
Uh, so basically, Yashika, your query is, up to the point. I want to add on like area of interest field is basically put in the last area, last year of the college. When you're in last year of the college, you're sure about your area of interest, right? So in the starting, when you're in the first or second year, you can specifically miss this column and that will never create a problem. You can miss this area of interest column and you can directly start with a work experience because I did same in my law school. And when are you in fifth year and you are sure about your area of interest, until that you might have done specific internships that suits your area of interest, then you can put your area of interest and accordingly the internships. So if you are a student of first year, second year, third year, you can specifically miss this column if it is showing contrary to your internship experience. I hope I solved your query.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, so that's what even I mentioned. Like, it shows out, you are passionate about certain topic, so why not mention there as area of interest? Now, moving on to the work experience. Now, while you are in your first year, second year, as Charu mentioned, third year and fourth year, this is the place where there's the 4 years. You have very good, and the main thing about law is that you have 5 years, especially if you're doing a BLB, BBLLB, BCom LLB, whatever it is. You have 5 years out there to know and experience what is out there in the law field, right? So the work experience show is a very, very important. And whatever, as Charu mentioned, whatever passes by you, grab it. Don't be like, oh my God, I don't want to do this now because I'm not ready for this. No, you're ready every time. Whatever work, whatever internships come onto your plate, do it. And also, for example, this is the structure in order to follow for a work experience. First of all, the company name, okay? Company name, and on the left hand side, sorry, right hand side, you mention when you started, that is July 2025. If you start off July 2025, you mention, yeah, I mentioned July 2025, and in brackets how many weeks you completed, whether 8 week 8 weeks or 10 weeks or 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Mention that in brackets. It shows that yes, you have completed these many amounts of this period to this period, and you have worked these many things. And below that, I've again seen people on their CVs mentioning in paragraphs and paragraph and paragraph where what they have done during that particular internship. And again, paragraph is not proper because no one will sit and read the paragraph. So here again, bullet points is the most proper one. So here, what you have done during an internship, or you have researched on what say ABC, then you have drafted documents, then you have prepared any draft documents, you visited the court, I've made memorials, etc. So you mention everything, whatever is most important, you mention in this uh, 3 pointers. Also, like, don't go like 10, 11, 12 pointers and all. It will be very lengthy, right? So make like top 4 or 5, that is the max, or 4, I would say. Top 4 a most important thing that you have done in that pointers. Because if you go on and on and on, people will not have the enthusiasm to read, because they don't want to read and read. They don't want to know like, oh my, the each and everything that you did during your internship. They want to know the most important, and the most important thing which actually affects your current application. That is the most important thing. And as you've seen in this CV, Charu, I think you have something to add on.
Yes, yes. So, I think the most important thing, the most important out of the CV is your internship experience. This is the very, very basic section that decides whether a recruiter should, shortlist you or not. So, I have some points which you can use it. First of all, as Shweta mentioned, there should be an organization name and the practice area. Like you might see in the CV, she has also mentioned the, can you please take me towards internship? Yes. So look, Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, and in bracket, their practice area in which she worked on, like banking and finance team. Because if you go with a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 firms, they have certain structured, practice areas. So it is the very, important point. You have to write the organization name, then you have to write the practice area or department. It is maybe optional, but it is very useful. Then you have to write duration, as Shweta already mentioned. Then I want to take you forward 4 to 6 bullet points that most of the people miss it. So always try to write it in a way: action verb plus task plus law sections plus outcome. This is something which one of the topmost organization taught me. Your CV should always contain in a task, action verb, write it, note it down, plus task, plus any law section document you dealt in, plus outcome. So always try to use action verb like, drafted, researched, assisted in preparing. You can use it like discussed, you can use it reviewed, you can use it organized, you can use it analyzed, you can use it summarized, observed. These are the action verb you must use. You should not simply write it like, I have made a legal notice. This is something very stupid. You have to always write it as drafted a legal notice and how it resulted in an outcome or a result. So I will tell you, for example, I have done a criminal internship where I have drafted an anticipatory bail. So how I will write it? Drafted, that is a action verb. Drafted anticipatory bail, that is a subject. So drafted anticipatory bail application under section 438 of CRPC and prepared supporting case laws notes. Yes, whatever task you have done, it should show to the hiring one. HR will clearly see it. Like, look, this CV research on whether a resident outside India is allowed to furnish guarantees. Now, she had specifically mentioned what she has researched about. You cannot write simply, I have researched on various case laws. No, you have to be very specific what you have done. Maybe it can be just 3 to 4 pointers, but all the 4 pointers should be complemented by an action verb plus subject plus which section you have dealt in and plus outcome. It is most important thing. And like if you go on an example of corporate internship I have done, so I have drafted NDAs. So what I will write it as drafted NDAs, and I have assisted in standardizing the contract template. So I will write it as drafted NDAs and assisted in standardizing contract templates. I will be very, very specific about my work. This is the thing where all of you have missed in your CV. When I have reviewed your CV, you are so basic in writing it. I have researched, I have visited court. Even if you have visited courts, you can make it very professional. Like, you have visited court, whereby you have learned about the professional ethics that what are being followed in the court. So you have to be very specific about the task you have done. Over to you, Shweta.
Thank you so much, Charu. So, considering all these points, so the structure is again very important. Like, as you've seen, like the bolding which the person has done in regards to mentioning the company name, again it shows it projects out, it gets the attention of the person. Again, the period written, that July 2025, June 2025, December 2024, it's bold, so it catches the person's eye who's reading it. So can we go forward? Can you scroll down? Thank you so much. Now, here, Scholastic here secured highest grade in grade O in law, contract, banking law. So this is basically, when you reach like third year, fourth year, or maybe fifth year, to show, you have received this much grade, and also to show that you have experience in this field. So that is, it shows that you have your prominent base in this particular subjects. So that is there. And co-curricular activities is very important. Like, for example, moots. Like, again, the format is very, very important for this. Like, whatever moots you go to, like, just put it out there. Even like if you participated, one of my friends, she went for like 5 moot courts, and she went for semi-finalists for one of them. But for the others, she has mentioned all of them in a CV because participation is also very important. So she's mentioned she not mentioned participated in so and so Mookud competition. She mentioned advocated in let's say Phillips C. Johnson Moot Court Competition 2025, and participated this. So she's mentioned like everything. So whatever you've gone through as a participation, also mention it out there, right? And for the format for moot is like first you bold out what is the name of the moot. Every moot court has its own name, right? For example, first Upadhyay Moot Court Competition. So here, first bold out the moot court, the name for that, and in brackets you mentioned the year you participated, and comma you have what is the position, and whether you participate as a researcher, you participated as a speaker, that will also be great. Because when you bold all these points, right, that is when you actually catch the eyes. Because look at this, like I didn't even read like the entire thing, I just read only the bold points out there, right? So you're actually making the person read what you want the person to read. So that is there. Publication conference is again very, very, very important. Like make sure by fifth year you have at least like 2 publications or 3 publications minimum, because it shows that you are very good in writing, you have a very good, very, very good base. Because for a research paper to be published, that means that you have a very good base and knowledge about that particular topic. And publication is very important. It shows that you are ready for research, you're ready for hard work, enthusiasm, etc. And again, there is a format for it. You can't put fake publications here as well, because I've seen like certain CVs where they written that I have published so and so article in this and this year, and they put the link there, and some of them didn't even put the link. So I went and checked the paper. There's nothing, there's not even one single paper like that. So don't put fake information like that. And also there is people who put a link there, and when I open the link, it shows some error. That means that there is some issues. Like when you put out the link there, right, make sure you open it, make sure there's no error there, make sure it's proper, right? Again, there's like a structure for the same. When you're doing like mood publications, like underline, bold it, so it's catchy. Now under publications and conference, you can see published a paper title, and mention the title of the paper, comma, the name of the journal, comma, the ISSN number, and comma, the link for the same. And here make sure you, when you mention like click here, mention, I mean, after you finish off your entire CV, you itself go and click and check if it's working or not. Sometimes some error happens, some technical error happens, and you send the CV to the person, and the person clicks the link, and some error happens. The person will be like, oh, you know what, this is fake, what is this, it's not how it should be, and it will create a very bad impression. So you itself, after you put all these information, you click and check if it's right, working or not. And if, of course, the second point, you can see if you co-author anything, you can write that as well, co-authored. Even though it's a blog, you can mention that here as well, right? So whatever you authored, co-authored, put it out here. And also, as mentioned, like during your first 4 years, do everything as you can. It will be overwhelming, but take all the opportunities. Put out in your CV, put out in your LinkedIn as well, because LinkedIn is again a place where people can actually hire you. Now, next one is literally events. Like if you have, again, if there's any opportunities, like so many opportunities out there in law. Like every month there'll be some or the other competition, some or the other blog writing competition, essay writing competition, debate competition, so many competitions, especially like out for law. And if you have gone for any of these competitions, like if you have secured any positions, put it out here. It shows that yes, you are brave enough, you are confident enough, you are actually having a very good knowledge base content, and it shows, and especially if you have it's mentioned here, right, like winner one of CLS etc competition, essay writing competition. She has mentioned, she has bold that particular the winner. The second one, she has bold and secure third position. The next one, best research publication. That's bold. That's very important. In this, we are not even reading the rest of the entire thing, right? Only the bold thing we are seeing. Okay, literally events, winner, secure third position, best research paper. Very good. Move on. That is how they even read the CV, because it is not only your CV they're getting. People might get 500 CVs, 1000 CVs, 2000 CVs. So they cannot keep like entire 1 minute for one CV, right? So it's very impossible for them. So what they do is they skim read the entire thing, and how we should help them skim read the paper, skim read the entire CV by making certain words and things bold and italics, whatever it is, right? So here, when we look at literary events, how CV people, how they hire out, how they read is that, okay, literary events, winner, third position, best developer, move on, like that. Okay. Now, extracurricular activities, positions and responsibilities. If you have been, there's a lot of clubs and societies in your university, right? For example, moot court committee. There's what do you say, legal aid committee, debate society. If there's any of the society, go ahead, volunteer yourself, be a member of it. It will be hard because there's elections and stuff, but then go for it. Put your entire 100% on it. Be the committee members, and you know uh, there's again head of research operations, internship, senior content editor, member of organizing committee. You're not supposed to like it's not all these first years, second years should not, it's not possible for those people to put all these content, right? Now when you reach a third year, fourth year, start taking for your initiative from first year itself, because first year itself every committee has members from first year, second year, etc. So go ahead, put your name for it, and be the member of the committee. And towards the end, why not head the committee as well, entire committee as well, right? So why not? So put your positions and responsibilities here. Again, there is a format for it. The name of the position you are, comma, where, like is it in a university, is it in a company, etc. Like for example, if you're a member of the moot court committee, you'll be like member of the moot court committee, comma, your university name, comma, the period, like 2023, 2024. Or if you're it's still ongoing, mention 2022 dash present, which shows that it's still ongoing, right? Now, if you again write, I was the head of the moot court committee in 2023, 2024, where I had a very huge amount of opportunity to talk with people. No, you don't have to write all these. From the end, these 4 to 5 things itself, it is understood that you are heading the committee, you will be having tasks and responsibilities. You don't have to mention everything, because no one is going to read the entire thing, right? And lastly, personal interest. Now again, I've again seen people writing personal interest, like half page personal interest. Again, it's especially in paragraph. And I don't think so any recruiters or hirers will read the entire thing. Or if you bold it also, like I don't think so people will read it properly. So make sure there's like 2 pointers max, I mean 2 liners, max 3 line. Don't go beyond it, because people will not even like put much effort reading this particular line. Because if it's like paragraphs and paragraph and paragraph, it's like you're reading like an essay, and people don't want to read any essays out there. People want to read what is to the point, and CVs is actually what defines you, and CVs is what is actually to the point. No elaboration, no essays, nothing. So here also you mention what is your personal interest, like, yeah, children, I'm an ambitious person. Why not mention it? And who has developed a matter of responsible approach to any task that I undertake or situation that I'm presented with, apart from internship, traveling, and sketching, or occupy my free time. So this is actually showing, the person is very ambitious. The person is having other hobbies as well, not only doing all these the winnings and mood courts and everything. I also have other things like traveling, sketching, etc. So it shows that the person is well occupied, very ambitious, the person is ready to do any task. So that last line should be catchy enough to it shows that yes, you are very well prepared, you're powerful, and you are very well good to work. And I think that marks the end of the CV. But however, like from my point of view, I've seen like many CVs out there, and like I've seen like more than like 5,000 CVs out there, and I want to like give you five golden points for a great CV. Now, firstly, I would like to say is that your CV should speak for you. And as I mentioned, any recruiter, even me, like I have, had hired people for internships for ILW, and I've seen through CVs a lot, like more than 5,000 CVs. And since I have a lot of CVs in my hand, I will not take, entire 1 minute to, not even like 1 minute to read your CV. Only like 6 to 8 seconds is the scanning time that any recruiter will take, right? So that is, so make every word count. Don't go pages and pages and pages. Don't make it like an essay writing competition. Make sure that there's pointers. Make sure it's formatted. Like once you format your CV, like go through, you just be the hirer, you just be the HR, and you just judge your own CV. Is it good? Is it bad? Is the formatting right? Because if the formatting is like here and there, if someone's is justified, someone's not justified, someone's like in the right, someone's in the left. So here it's creating a very bad, the formatting itself is like bad, then it won't create an impression for the person who's hiring you to even read your CV. So make sure it's very clean and neat, right? So you're basically, your CV is the one who's speaking for you, because you're not meeting the person who's hiring, right? The CV is the one who's actually starting the conversation for any hiring purpose. Now, second point that I would like to say is that show the impact and not the activity that I basically mentioned. Now, replace the duties which you have done with any achievements, because number of things can go, but then the achievements that you've done, like show it out there. These are the achievements which I have got during my 5 years of, you know, or 5 years or 4 years or 3 years of my entire law, and these are the things which I have participated. These are the things which I have done, and also like as Charu mentioned, go on for any kind of activities, go on for any kind of competitions, etc., to build your CV, right? And also like while you're building a CV, on the same hand you build your LinkedIn as well, because that is also a point where recruiters look for. Now, again, clarity. A third point I would say is about clarity. Don't be too complex, because a clean format, a simple language, and a very good structure, it will win. Any CV would win all these. Like, because any hirer's heart, it would win all these points. Because if it's a clean formatting, if it's simple language, and if it has a good structure, why not? The person will invest extra 2 seconds if you want to read your entire CV. So clarity is very important. And the next one, the fourth point, as Charu mentioned, is again, tailor your CV. Do not copy paste everything. Like, don't copy paste like the entire CV to everyone. For example, if you're going for litigation, you're going the same thing. If you're going for corporate, you're giving the same CV. No, you tailor your CV based on the needs of the firm, because each firm needs each different categories of people with different skill sets. So you tailor your CV accordingly, modify your CV based on every job or role you apply to. And lastly, your story actually matters. Why? Because the CV is like more than skills. Like you're showcasing your skills. It is who you are, what you have done, and where you actually want to go. So it's actually a story. It is your story presented in a very good formatting, presented in a very simple language and a logical structure. So if you follow these 5 golden rules, why not? You will win any recruiter's heart. So that's all from my side. I would like to give to Charut for the concluding part, or if she wants to add any further points.
Hi, everyone. So yes, Ashwin, I'm ready for your doubt. Please tell me.
Ma'am, in the format, I didn't see any place for certifications. We don't need to
Yeah, yeah.
mention any certification.
No, no, no. You are required to mention certification. You can mention your workshop and certification as a different column, and you can do it in two ways. First of all, you can mention it after your education column, or you can mention it after your publication. So now I have done my homework well. I have reviewed all your CVs, and now let me tell you the common mistakes you all did, because that's the matter. I want to share your CVs to legal lands. So yes, Shreyas, please tell me.
Ma'am, during those templates we have seen, uh, there is no mention of the way we are conducting the legal and internship in a remote format. Do we need to mention it that we have done through remote or in person?
Look, if you are very honest about your CV, like I am very honest about my CV. So if I have done any remote internship, I write with a comma remote. In a bracket, I write it as a remote. So it totally depends upon your choice. You can write it as remote or you can just blank it, because silence is not equal to frauding. So if you leave it blank, then during interview time, you can tell them that it was remote CV if they ask so many of questions. So it is totally your choice whether you want to write it in bracket as remote or you want to don't mention it. So it is totally your choice.
And
You
one
can
more thing, ma'am.
mention. Mhm.
Uh, during your before you have speak, you said we should grab an opportunity whenever it crosses our way.
Yes.
So sometimes what happened, uh, now we are trying for the legal and internship, and similar things was popped up on phone that we are running second remote internship. So what if ऐसा
Look,
कैसे हो सकता है कि
look.
एक ही
I
हाँ
got your query. We are on the same page. When I was law student, so for example, if I'm applying for the month of January, I'm applying with legal lens. Okay. Simultaneously, I've applied for three more firms because I don't know whether I will be selected on legal lens or not. That's your query.
absolutely ma'am.
Yes. So, are you sure 100% that you will be selected by legal lens? No. The possibility is always 50-50%, right? So, whether you will be selected or not, it based on a resume. So, just apply everywhere. And if you get selected in two organizations, know the art of denying. You can simply deny over mail, ma'am, my examination crosses the way. So, I would request you to postpone my internship to next month. I did same. Like when I was selected for three internships together, I mailed to two of them. I will be available in the month of July. I will be available in the month of August, because those law firm also understand that student will not specifically apply to one firm, because there is no 100% possibility of getting selected, right? So you apply for every firm, and when you will be selected, you have the chance which firm you want to work with, and you prioritize that firm, and you can easily deny in a soft manner to another firm. Is it clear?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, so I want to go through the common mistake you all did. First of all, I have seen so many mistakes in header section. I don't know, as Shweta already explained you, header section should just have your full name, your email, your phone number, and your LinkedIn link. And moreover, you can write your city or a very short address. But many of you have done is you have written your full home address, like where you are living. You have written your full home address in 3 lines. Nobody gonna visit your home. It's online world. People can connect to you through call, through email, through your LinkedIn. So avoid writing full home address in 3 to 4 lines. Then secondly, some of you have added your father's name. Father's name is not at all required. It is your CV. Your name is sufficient. I have seen two girls who have attached their photo. Your photo is not required, in your CV. You're not applying for any marketing position. You're applying for a law CV. Your photo is not required. And some of you have used the color boxes, color boxes and borders. Let me be very specific. That is also not required. So these were the four mistakes I have seen in CVs. Rest, it was good. Then secondly, about education, I have seen in one CV there was a gap of marks. Like in 10th, one person has attained 88 marks. Then in 12th, that person has attained 75 marks. So it shows your downfall, right? अगर ऐसा कुछ scene है, don't mention your marks. If anything prospect your downfall, skip that part. Then secondly, I have also seen somehow some of you have written schooling in too much detail. Like I have studied from this school, then you have also written the activities you performed in the school. No, that is not required. Your school is gone. But let bygones be bygones. So don't, write your schooling in too much detail. And if you do not have very good marks in school, so you can use one strategy. And you know what is that strategy? You can write comma karke your 2-3 most important activity you performed in school. Yes, Ashwant, please tell me.
When we are applying through email, we should send them a cover letter, and with the cover letter, we can add any letter of recommendation or our past work experience or the work we have been completed, any showing that our expertise in the contract or any contracts we have done, like that, ma'am.
Look, first of all, when you basically share your CV to somebody, then you will share your CV with a cover letter and a good mail, right? You write a mail and you attach your cover letter, and with that, you annex your CV. From my personal point of view, attaching the whole contract drafting or showcasing your skill is not necessary. You are a lawyer. Do as much as it is asked. My founder always teach me one thing. Always being a lawyer, do one thing. Only give the answer of what is being asked. Don't be extraordinary. You have to just put your CV. You have to just put your cover letter and a simple mail format. Then if as a next step they ask you to show your skills or send me the draft or something, then you have to do it. Am I clear? Am I made it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes.
good. Okay. And the third most important section, I have seen a default in every second CV about internship experience. You know what you all have done? You have simply written drafted notices. You have written went to court and did work. You have written helped in documentation. You have just copied, pasted the same bullet points for every internship. And you have not written too much of procedural details or something. I told you exactly before, action verb plus task plus law section plus outcome. So I'm giving you one more example again. Drafted legal notices under section 138 of NI Act for check dishonor matters. This will come exactly in one line and it looked logical. So I want you all to reframe your bullet points. That is your homework. If I have done my homework well, you have to do it so. Then fourth, I have seen that under moot court competition, if you have done 8 moots, I have seen one CV, they have written all the 8 moots. Please skip it. Just if you have won something, so basically mention that 2 winning moots and it is sufficient. And if you have not won anything, just mention best 3 moots. जैसे we all know Surana का mood top होता है. So mention that mood if you have done. If you have done from any mood from RMNLU and you have done from local colleges also, mention the mood of RMNLU. But be specific, mention only 2-3 moods. That was a mistake I found. Then one more mistake I found in paper publication. You have mentioned paper publication, but there is no any link of the paper. So please put the link of the paper. And don't put any unpublished article. Don't share Google Doc. Don't do this. Just share the website and don't, I will be very specific, don't mention poor quality website जिनका कोई recognition ही नहीं है. Then if I talk about position of responsibility, one thing I have found, that mistake was one person has written sports captain in class 10th. Bro, come out of the school. You have to not mention sports captain or something. If you have done anything that showcase your leadership and initiative, you have to mention that. Right? You have coordinated committees, you have been a campus ambassador, you have been any research assistant, you have organized any workshop, or you have been any committee member. Am I clear? You have to not mention anything like sports captain or you have been a class coordinator in class 10th standard. These all things are not necessary. Then I went through skill section of you. So one of the student, what he has done is, he has written as, I am very punctual. I am good at teamwork. I am hardworking. No, I don't want any over exaggerated things. Don't claim these things. Instead, you write it as legal research, bracket, Manupatra SCC online. This show your skill, legal skill, right? Then you have to write, I know the basic of drafting. So you can write drafting basics. Then you can write MS Office, MS, it will include all things, MS Word, Excel. Then you can write contract review basics. writing and editing, communication. So you have to, be smart, be a lawyer, and you have to write the legal skills. Then somebody asked me about the certificate courses. Let me be very specific. For example, certificate courses. If I come on this point, nowadays certificate courses are of utmost importance, students. More than internship, people are now seeing for the certificate courses. You know why? क्या होता है कि जो सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेज होते हैं वो आपको 1 महीने में ही पूरा सब कुछ सिखा देते हैं. लाइक यू डिड अ सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स इन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ड्राफ्टिंग. ऑन द अदर हैंड, इन अ इंटर्नशिप यू ड्रॉन वन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. यू विल ऑलवेज लर्न मोर इन सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेज क्योंकि आपको बेसिक से टॉप नॉच सिखाते हैं. तो nowadays firm look for certifications, firms look for courses. So how you can write the certification? You can write it simply: certificate course in data privacy and cyber law bracket 2025. Am I made myself clear, Ashwant? In this way you can mention certificate course.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then you have to include in certificate course, write in your notes. You have to mention platform, you have to mention month, and you have to mention, if you want, you can mention, it's optional to mention any skill you have gained through that certificate course. And you can mention certificate and workshop just after education. Is it fine? Because nowadays, the people who are hiring knows that लॉ स्कूल में सिर्फ बेसिक सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाए जाते हैं. हमको पढ़ाया जाता है सीआरपीसी, हमको पढ़ाया जाता है बीएनएसएस, हमको पढ़ाया जाता है आईपीआर, बट हमको उसकी प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेबिलिटी हमेशा सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स में ही सिखाई जाती है. तो आफ्टर एजुकेशन यू कैन मेंशन सर्टिफिकेट कोर्सेज. Then you talk about extracurricular, that is optional. If you want to mention something extracurricular, you can mention it. Then the last is your personal interest. You might have seen the CV which we have shared. उसने बहुत स्मार्टली अपना पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट लिखा है. उसने ये नहीं लिखा है कि वो शी लव स्केचिंग. उसने यहाँ से शुरू किया है कि वो बहुत एम्बिशियस पर्सन है, वो हर एक काम के लिए अवेलेबल है. फिर उसने एक बहुत स्मार्ट ट्रिकी लाइन यूज की है: अपार्ट फ्रॉम इंटर्नशिप आई spend my free time in sketching. This is something make you a lawyer. You have to be very, very, very smart and clever. You have उस पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट में भी तुमको क्या रिफ्लेक्ट करना है? अपनी लीगल स्किल्स. You are ambitious, you are hardworking. You can mention it in your own way. Then you can write it as: apart from internship, I spend my free time during my sketching or something you admire. So this was the whole thing from my end. And final section was missing. That is a final declaration. Most of the modern CVs do not require this. You can skip this, but if you want, you can write it in the end: I hereby declare that all the information provided is true. Do you have any doubts? You can raise your doubts now. I think I have cleared. I have done a lot of homework. मैंने सबका CV personally view किया था और ये सब मुझे defaults मिले हुए थे. So you all can correct it. And if you have any doubt, you can raise your doubt.
Ma'am, can you share the template with us?
Sure, we can share the template. Any other doubt? I think that's all for the day. If you have something to ask, you can ask. And if you want our team to review your CV personally, then we just charge ₹99. Our founder with her team member will review your CV. And it will be a great opportunity because our founder is available to review CV only for next 2 days. Basically, it is possible that he might be available only today. So if you want your CV to be reviewed personally, head by head, then we can do that for you. You can contact me. And tomorrow I want you to submit your CV in a new format in the morning itself. You all will do this? Or I should forward your same old CV? It's your choice.
We will do, ma'am.
We'll do with the
You
new
will
one.
update our new CV, ma'am.
Okay, you all will do with a new one. So you just share your CV tomorrow in the morning with me. And we will then share your CVs to legal lens. Whoever will be selected will get an interview call and we can proceed. Hi, sir. So do you have something to say, Amaresh, sir?
Hello, Charu. Hello, students. A very good evening.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir. You're
We
audible.
will be giving up a new formatted CV, right, by tomorrow. Am I audible?
Dear
Yes,
students,
good to
please.
Yes, sir.
refer
Yes,
it.
sir.
perfect. So good to go ahead. Submit your CVs by tomorrow, and thereafter we'll process it and we'll go for the internship. And we'll try different law firms also that we are already trying with different other another set of students. Let's hope for the best, and probably by end of this month, you will have a good news for you. All the very best, and congratulations on taking first step.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone, kindly do a thumbs up and we can end this session. Let's end this session with a smile and thumbs up. I hope this session was great and I have communicated something. Was this session good? Students, a review is of utmost importance. Okay, students, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and you all can leave the meeting.